So, as you can see, the Firekeepers did not age too well. Let's see here. Before we move on, we might as well go back and kill that ogre, because he does have a very nice ring that I really want. So, I think he should still be walking around. Yeah, there he is. Perfect. Alright, maybe a little less than perfect, but, okay, yeah, this could be going a lot better already. So typically he'll try to fall backwards on you like that to try and crush you if you're staying behind him. Otherwise, he has just one other move that you really have to watch out for, and it's this grabbing move that will... He'll essentially try to eat you, and, yeah, aside from that, all his other moves, very easy to dodge, and there's the grab. Crap. So, looking at those teeth, it should come as no surprise that the attack also causes bleed and, well, death. I don't know how it'll affect you once you're a much higher level and have a lot more health, but for now, it's an instant kill. It does look like, if you have more health, once he's done chewing on your head, he just kind of tosses you to the ground, so there's definitely the potential that you could survive. So yeah, anyway... This time around, let's not get caught by that. This guy can be a little intimidating at first, especially when you don't actually have a weapon, but as soon as you have a real sword, club, axe, anything that you can swing at him, as long as there's just him and no other enemies there, it's a very easy fight. Just figure out when to roll, and, yeah. You can easily get through this without him ever landing a single hit on you. However, this is probably the hardest thing that you'll fight right at the beginning of the game, so it'll be the first real test of how well you can dodge things, essentially. Alright, so this time he's looking the other way, we can get one free hit on him, and I just like using the jumping attack there. So again, you can easily get through this without getting hit. I didn't, apparently, but with any luck, I'll go through the rest of it without getting hit. Oh, and this is how life gems work, for those who are curious. You break one in your hand, and then over the next few seconds you'll be getting health back slowly. It's like a less powerful form of the Estus Flask. And as you've probably realized by now, they are collectible. You can just pick them off dead bodies, off the ground, out of chests, all sorts of things like that. So there's no shortage of them in the game. Now, let me see here. Like I said, this entire fight is all about timing on those dodge rolls. As long as you can get the timing down, this guy is a very simple fight. And, I mean, when you think about it, kind of should be, because this is a normal enemy from this point on. This is the only one that you fight in a semi-boss-like state. All the other ones you fight as if they were normal enemies. Hell, the next time we see them, there's two of them in one spot. Oh, that's his other attack. He will try to sit on you. Don't let him do that. It hurts you, possibly kills you in one shot if you're at really low health. And it stuns you if it doesn't kill you. Alright, so he's dead. Here's the ring that we wanted. This is the stone ring. Since poise has made a triumphant return in this game, this allows you to do more poise damage with every hit. So that means you have a better chance of, not stunning, but, oh, what's the word for it? Destabilizing, knocking someone off balance with each hit. So that includes any weapon, even your fists. Basically, if you get a really fast weapon and you have this ring equipped, you will be able to really abuse the poise system. So get some daggers, equip the stone ring, and just start wailing on anything that moves, and you will eventually be able to just sort of stagger it over and over again. I would suggest doing that with bandit knives, just because it also has the bleed effect on there, but you know, it's totally up to you. That's just what I've found through the other playthrough that I did, other little quick run, and that only applies to the beginning of the game. And there goes some of the video again, so you didn't get to see me horribly murder that wagon, unfortunately. It was rather brutal. So now we're going to press ahead. I'm going to show you just a couple portions of the tutorial. I don't really feel like playing through the whole thing again, but basically this entire little hallway here with all these different fog gates counts as the tutorial for this game. And here I'm trying to look cool. I just wish I could get timing down better on this. There we go. So, in this game, if you are two-handing a scimitar or similar weapon, you can actually parry with it. Albeit the parry timing is a lot more demanding. You really have to time it right. And as you can see... Wait, nope, okay, yeah, I give up. As you can see, I'm not particularly good at that yet. However, the parry with the scimitar just looks so cool, I had to give it a try. And the other thing about parrying, though, in this one it works completely differently as far as how the riposte goes. Yeah, I think it's pronounced riposte. Oh, before I get into that, that is the sex change coffin boat thing down there. You jump into it and it instantly changes your character's gender. That's a backstab, or what constitutes a backstab with a sword. Looks different if you do it with a dagger. So anyway, back to the riposte. In order to do the riposte in Dark Souls, all you had to do was parry, and you could immediately follow up with a riposte. It would just knock the other thing's weapon aside, and you would instantly stab into them. In this one, you have to wait for them to fall over, land on the ground, and go into a prone position before you can use the riposte on them. And from what I've seen so far, it doesn't do as much damage as the backstab, which is unfortunate because... There we go, got him that time. Alright, so there's your riposte. The backstab seems to do more damage, which is unfortunate because the riposte is so much harder to do. In Dark Souls, it was much more... It was easier, but it was still more difficult than the backstab, and thus more rewarding when you actually got the riposte in. But, you know, very, very small, small complaints as far as that goes. It still does a ton of damage, just not quite as much as the backstab. We'll just hang on to that. And I think this is where it is that I want to be... Yes, okay. So, here we have the triumphant return of the crows as well. So you'll remember Snuggly from Dark Souls, Sparkly I think its name was, in Demon Souls. I forget what these ones are called, but it's a much easier system now. You just hit leave on whatever the item is that you're dropping, and they'll instantly give you a random item from these loot tables that they have. Petrified Dragon Bone, I have no idea what that is. So I have one more item that we can do this with. Basically they want round and smooth items. This is a smooth stone. That item seems to be specifically for doing this. I don't know what the white ring is. That is a new one on me. Take the appearance of a phantom. Okay, that is cool, and that's going to be useful when we start getting into PvP fights. So typically when you get invaded, the invader will go right after the host and ignore any phantoms that are in the world trying to protect him. This will allow you to disguise yourself as a phantom. And that will allow me to accidentally kill myself by jumping into the water. Crap.